Hi, this is Tony Yoya. Right to the topic of this day. Today I want to address my target audience, or the audience this channel is targeting. If you are black, all black people are African, wherever they might be. If you are out there and you believe we have all the resources we need, we have more than 1 billion people in Africa, and we have a lot of very intelligent, smart people in Africa. If you believe we have as a continent what it takes to go from the level we are at the moment to another level that we can be, that we are capable and have the potential as a continent to be, that's my target audience. If you keep an eye out for the channel and you listen to the topics that the channel addresses, and you believe those are the topics that can help Africa to move forward, then you are one of the people who are in the audience that I'm targeting. Kizungu ni ngumu, but hivyo wingangana pole pole until we finish communicating. When the white man came, we had different tribes. If there is one thing that we can count as an advantage of colonization, as much as I wouldn't like to mention any advantage of colonization, there's a lot of disadvantages that came with colonization. But if there's one advantage that came with colonization, is they gave us languages that we can communicate with on a large scale. We have languages that we can communicate with on a very large scale. So that's one of the advantages that I can count on. We took by accident. I'm not sure if they intended to do that. We should use that to our advantage. We can communicate, we can understand each other, and we know what we want. We know where we need to be. The continent is too corrupt to remain the way it is. So I'm not saying I'm a powerful person and I know how to end corruption, no. But I know for corruption to end, people have to start doing something. Whatever it is, people have to start doing something. This thing of letting things just happen the way they have been happening, I don't want to grow old in such an environment. I want people to, everyone would like things to start changing. And for things to start changing, we need to start thinking. There was this guy I'm not sure it qualifies to be called an argument, but there was a small exchange of conversation with this guy. I think he is in Europe or China, I'm not sure. It was I was watching one of the videos, and in the comment section, we were arguing about something, and then he said, the people of, he specified, the people of Sub-Saharan Africa are the people with the lowest IQ in the world. And if you see how we have been living, if you see how we have been, the level of development or the level of advancement that we have made, he can have his point. He can have a legitimate reason to claim whatever it is he's trying to claim. I can say we are neglective or we are ignorant, but I cannot say we have small IQ. If you look at reasons that can explain the low IQ of Africans, there are things that can support that. Even if we have a low IQ as much as they are saying, we can still do 1 or 2 or 3 things to rectify these corruption filled governments we have. Africa is one country. These imaginary borders that we have in our minds are just imagined. They were put there to restrict something. The people who helped to put that border there are the same people who helped other countries to come together. Look at the EU. The EU is like one country. They are operating as one country. They call themselves different countries, but the EU is one country. You can move from one country to the next without restriction. If you look at the North America, the North American continent, That's one country. They move along as one thing because they know the easier the people move, the better the advancement is going to be. But we as Africans, we are stuck with our borders. They are Kenyans, they are Ugandans. There is nothing like Kenya and Ugandan. There is nothing like a Togolese. There is nothing like a Rwandese. I'm not sure if those are the words. Especially the Togo one. The Togo people are called Togoans or Togolese. I'm not sure about that. But my point is, the borders that we have are just imaginary things. Africa is one country. Our border is the water. The people who live in this continent are one people. This division that there is a Kenyan, there is a Ugandan, nothing as such as that exists. And for us to achieve whatever it is we're supposed to achieve, for us to achieve the maximum potential possible that Africa can achieve, we have to join all this one thing to become one. That argument about Africa is it's specified. The Sub-Saharan Africa people are the people with the lowest IQ. The thing we're trying to say is, if you look at Sub-Saharan, the other people who are not in Sub-Saharan Africa are Arabs or people of Arabic descent like Morocco, Libya, Tunisia, such as those. But it's specified. They specify. It's like a research thing. They are trying to say black people are the people with the lowest IQ. And we should start proving these people wrong by start organizing things intelligently. We can do better than these corruption things. If our governments are not going to change this thing, it's up to us. If the old black people had a low IQ, those were the old black people. Let us show the world that we deserve and we can achieve a better standard of life and a better Africa for all of us and for the people who are coming ahead, who are our children and their families. This thing of ignoring things, just letting things happen. People go to elect. This is why I think they can even say that we have low IQ. One of the characteristics of someone with a low IQ is the inability to associate actions with consequences. And every day, if you look at our actions, we choose the people who are corrupt in these countries are the people who we put in power. And when there is a re-election, the person who underperformed still is being re-elected. If let's say you chose someone else and someone else rigged the election and decided to win, if you accept that, that is a sign that you have low IQ. And there is a lot of reasons that can prove that we have low IQ. But I refuse. I think we are more ignorant than we are people of low IQ. We are not people of low IQ. Everyone is the same. There is no one with high IQ. There is no one with what. There is no race with big IQ. And all these people are the same. The difference is their reaction. If you say their reaction, that's when the IQ, they can point. The IQ determines your reaction. No. African people are just ignorant. And we should stop being ignorant. So if you are African and you believe you can do better, you are the target audience I'm targeting. Watch out for the topics. Suggest some of the topics that you would like to discuss. Make discussions. If you're with your friends, instead of talking about Raila, if you're in Kenya, people who love politics in Kenya mostly talk about Raila and Uhuru and what. If you are in any given country, whatever it is you discuss, let it be something that will take you to the next level. Don't argue about these people who you clearly know these people will do nothing. They have been doing nothing all through time. We need to start paying attention and we need to start making changes. If the old people who are in government are having trouble identifying what we need to do to take Africa forward, then we should help them to retire. Let your vote speak for you. Let your vote. Don't do anything else apart from using your vote and standing by your vote. It's as simple as that. At first, it will be hard to understand the things I'm saying because I'm still learning this how to communicate what ideas and knowledge and what do you call it, logic, and if there is any philosophy between there. I'm still learning, but I'm learning as we go forward. I know we need to change, and this is my contribution towards that change. Everyone needs to play a part. This is my part. Yeah, watch out, keep an eye out for the contents of the channel. If you like the contents, you will press subscribe. If you like the content, I'm going to make sure you like the content. This is my job, to take Africa from one point to the next. It can be done. It's not an impossible thing. It's not something that is impossible to do. It's something that is very difficult to do, but it's something that is very, very possible. Play your part. Play your part towards that advancement. Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching, and see you next time.